I never thought a simple trip to the gas station would turn into a police standoff. But when you live in a neighborhood with someone like Karen Mitchell, the self-appointed queen of our HOA, anything can happen. It was last Tuesday. I just pulled a double shift at the hospital. I'm a radiologic technologist, and all I wanted was to fill up my tank and crash on my couch. I pulled into the quick stop around 7:30. I noticed pump 4 had yellow caution tape and a bold red sign, closed for maintenance. No problem. I figured I'd just back up and move. But then my phone buzzed with a text from my sister about my dad's birthday. I took 10 seconds to reply. That's when I heard it. A car horn. Not a polite tap, but a long aggressive blast that made me jump. I looked in the mirror. A white Lexus SUV. I recognized it instantly. It belonged to Karen Mitchell, president of the Cedar Creek Estates HOA. Last month, she'd fined me because my trash cans were visible for 4 hours after the truck left. Move it. Some of us have places to be, she shouted, leaning out her window. Her perfectly highlighted bob didn't move an inch. Stop texting and drive. This isn't a parking lot. I rolled down my window. The pump is closed for maintenance, ma'am. I was just about to move. Karen's face contorted. Well, do it then. Don't just sit there making excuses. She laid on the horn again. A young clerk named Derek stepped out. Is everything okay? No. Karen snapped. This inconsiderate person is blocking the pump. He's texting. The clerk nodded. Yes, ma'am. That pump is down. If you just back up a bit, he can move, and you can use pump 3. But Karen wasn't having it. She gripped her steering wheel until her knuckles were white. I don't believe that for a second. I was here yesterday, and it worked fine. He's just making excuses because he got caught. The clerk tried again. Ma'am, I assure you, it's out of order. We have a technician coming tomorrow. Karen's eyes narrowed at his name tag. What's your name? Derek? Well, Derek, I'm the president of the Cedar Creek HOA, and I know when someone is trying to pull one over on me. I want your manager. Right now. By now, an elderly woman had pulled in behind Karen, effectively pinning her in. I tried to explain I'd squeeze past if she just moved a few inches. That's when Karen did the unthinkable. She threw her SUV into park, stormed out of her car, and rapped her knuckles against my window. Her diamond ring clinked against my glass. I know exactly who you are, she hissed. Sycamore Drive. Your hedges were 3 inches too high last summer. You're intentionally blocking traffic to inconvenience me.
Mom, he pointed.
There is literally a closed sign right there. Karen whirled around, stomped over to the pump, and ripped the sign off. She crumpled it in her hand and threw it on the oil-stained pavement. There, she said with a triumphant smile that sent chills down my spine. Now it's not closed anymore. Problem solved. The manager came out. He saw the crumpled sign on the ground. His jaw tightened. Ma'am, did you remove our sign? What sign? There was no sign. Karen lied, crossing her arms. I'm a paying customer. I'm reporting this station to the BBB, and I'll make sure everyone in Cedar Creek avoids this place. The manager didn't blink. Ma'am, you're on private property. You've damaged our sign and you're blocking my business. Move your vehicle or I'm calling the police. Call them. Karen shouted. I'll tell them exactly how I've been treated by you and this inconsiderate man. The next 15 minutes were excruciating. Karen paced between our cars like a caged tiger, threatening me with HOA violations while the manager stood his ground. When the patrol car finally arrived with lights flashing, Karen rushed them like she was greeting an old friend. The officers listened to the manager. They looked at the security cameras. One officer approached Karen. Ma'am, the pump is marked as closed. We need you to move your vehicle. Do you know who I am? Karen demanded. I run the Cedar Creek HOA. I could have your job for this. The officer's patience was gone. Ma'am, move your vehicle now or you'll be cited for a public disturbance. That's when Karen completely lost it. She got right in the officer's face. I am a taxpayer. I pay your salary. You work for me. The officer stepped back to give her a final warning. Karen actually reached out and shoved him. Get out of my way, she shrieked. I'm getting gas whether you like it or not. In an instant, the officers moved. One took her arms and guided them behind her back. Handcuffs clicked. Karen's scream changed from outrage to a shriek of disbelief. Assault. Police brutality. I want my lawyer. I watched in my mirror as they led her away. One of the officers came to my window.
Sir, you're free to go.
We'll need a statement tomorrow. I filled my tank at pump 3. The manager looked at me and sighed. We're going to put up bigger signs tomorrow. Clearly, we need them.
2 weeks later, I was in a courtroom.
Karen looked a lot less like a queen in her business casual outfit. The security footage was the star of the show. 40 hours of community service.
A $500 fine.
And a 1-year ban from the Quick Stop.
But the best part?
The following week, an emergency HOA meeting was called. Karen was removed as president by a nearly unanimous vote. The Queen had been dethroned by a yellow maintenance sign. The new president sent out an email about respectful environments.
And me?
I still go to that gas station. But I always make sure to read the signs first.